Okay, this is what I had to do. As you know, the original heat shield from the ATI was not for this particular model. ATI just sent that to me to see if I could make it work, and if I came up with a solution that would be for me to do a video on. And I did, and I made it work, but the problem was anytime you have to take this gun down to clean it, I'd have to take, I don't know if you guys watched the past video, but if you did, you can go back and watch the past video. I had their heat shield on here with the Picatinny rails all here and all. Well, the problem with that is their Picatinny rails would push on this, were attached to this lower extended magazine tube, because that particular heat shield is not for this particular Mossberg 590. It'll fit a Mossberg 590, but it won't work on the, it ain't supposed to work on the Mossberg 590 special purpose. Special purpose means it's a different model, and that was my fault. I bought the special purpose and it wasn't the model that they sent the heat shield for. But they told me I didn't have to send the heat shield back because their customer service is wonderful. I just got to tell you that. So I said, okay, well, you know what I'll do? I will take the sights off of the ATI heat shield and attach them to the Mossberg heat shield, the rear sight. All I had to do was drill one hole. There was already one hole dead center where the screw lined up, because there's two screws for this. All I had to do is drill a second hole, and I used Loctite. It's all ready to go for the rear sight. Now the front sight, I was going to put it here on this, on the heat shield on the front here, but I'd say, you know what, that's an awful big sight and that's too close to the rear sight, and that's going to be hard to line it up. The longer your sight radius, the more accurate you can shoot. So what I did was I took the bead sight off the end, and I found a screw in my drawer that matched the bead sight threads. So I just hand screwed it in here. I said, okay, same threads. Well, now if I put this on with this screw, chances are the screw's going to come through the barrel and you're going to feel it under here. Now you don't want that to happen. So what I had to do was I just had to custom make a screw. And what I did was I got a pair of these pliers. The screw looks like, let me get one of these out. The screw looks like this. Obviously it was too long. So what I had to do was carefully get pliers and put it right in between the threads, like this. Make sure they're in between the threads and squeeze hard, and it will cut it. Then it will have a burr. I should have filmed it all, but I was too pissed to film, because when I'm doing stuff like that, my nerves are real bad and I'm ready to turn into a hurricane. So I don't want you seeing me like that. So after you cut it, cut your screw to size, you just get a file and you very lightly go in one direction and take all the burrs off. Then what I did, I had my little custom made screw. I put it in the bead sight hole at the end of the barrel, turned it, and it was turning and getting tight and perfect. So once I did that, I got this sight, the big front sight, and put the screw through the top of it. I'll show you. And it ended up perfect. Now when I stick my pinky in there, I can't feel the screw. It's perfectly flush, because you don't want that to, you don't want shot hitting the screw as it's coming out of there. So that's feeling pretty damn good. So here is an up close for you to see how that's on there. Okay, that's not going to come off. It's an Allen key screw, and I got lucky. It happened to be the same thread as the bead sight screw, and that's fastened on there with Loctite, and I actually have Loctite on the screw, and under the sight, the hood under the sight, I actually have True-Lock. It's kind of like a Loctite. It's red Loctite, but it's not the permanent kind. It's just the kind that you put on for sights. So I used it. I use it for your Glocks. So now we're good. Now I still have the same sight system. I had to sacrifice the heat shield, but now I still have the same sight system on my shotgun. And I think it looks good. It came out good. It was a little bit of a pain in the ass, I ain't gonna lie. You know, you just gotta, you know, like I say always, guys, if you're in a calm mood, try to tackle it. If you're anxious, don't do it. Wait till you're having a better day. So this sight radius lining up with this is awesome. Now, when I service my gun, it's going to be very simple. I don't want to disturb it right now because the Loctite's drying. I don't want to touch it till tomorrow. But now when I service it, all I have to do is unscrew this disassembly nut and then this whole thing will slide off, and I don't have to take off anything. I can take it apart, clean it, bam, slap it back together, put my lock nut on, my lock nut, my lock nut on, and I'm ready to go. Okay? I just wanted to show you that. Now there's something else I want to tell you about, real quick. Alright? Just to show you how nice the action is on this bad boy is beautiful. I mean, the action on this, it feels like, you know that classic 870 feel? I mean, this has it, I mean, looks, it's like butter. No, that's because I'm not locking this in. So I'm going to try that again. Look, 2 fingers, like that, like butter. Really, really nice action on these, on this particular Mossberg 590. We're starting our own gun network. Now I ain't going to say we because I'm not starting it, but I was one of the first people to sign on. There's a bunch of other guys signed on, and it's called Guns, Guts, and Glory. It's YouTube's one and only first gun network. You know, we have gun channels, guys, but it's not our own network. It's YouTube. Guns, Guts, and Glory is its own network. And it's going to be for people that are good people, no troublemakers. And it's for people that enjoy the firearm hobby and want to share it with each other, talk about firearms, and it's going to be a good thing, I think. So they do have a Facebook page right now. It's just getting started, and I'll put the link at the bottom of the video. And if you want to find anything else out, you could talk to Keith, and he'll fill you in on the rest. I jumped aboard. A couple other guys jumped aboard. I don't know if they want me to say their names, so I'm not going to. But they're bigger gun channels than me, and they're on board. And it's supposed to be an independent gun network for us gun lovers that like to have a good time on YouTube and share a hobby. Period. Okay? So go check that out. Alright, I don't want to get too long with that. I just figure I'd let you know what's going on. Let's just get going. And let me know what you think of this system. Now the gun's practical. Okay? Before it wasn't. I'll see you later.